Here's what happens when discounts, markup, markdowns all come into one question. We get an integrated trade discount problem. We've already looked at question number 1 and answered questions A through C. Now let's move on to question number 2, which reads, a clothing dryer cost a dealer $620 less 37.5% and 4%. It is regularly priced at $558. The dealer's overhead is 15% of regular selling price, and the dishwasher was cleared out for $432.45. What was the rate of markdown at which the dishwasher was sold? Now, there's a lot of information provided. Before we even get started, let's begin by decoding what's been given. So in the very first sentence, we're told that the list price is $620. It doesn't say it explicitly, but you can tell from the wording that it's listed for $620 and then 2 discounts are applied. Now remember the formula where the net price is equal to the list price times your discount, which are denoted as factors of 1 take away D sub 1, 1 take away D sub 2. So we can find the net price, which will be our cost. Okay, so $620, 1 take away 0.375. I simply change 37.5% into a decimal, and 1 take away 0.04, which is 4% as a decimal. This information may or may not be used for question A, but it's important to find because it will be used eventually. So we take 620, 1 take away 0.375, 1 take away 0.04, and this means that our cost is $372. The regular price that we sell this for, or the selling price, is $558. And there's an expense associated. The dealer's overhead is 15%. So expense is 15% or 0.15 of the regular selling price. And it was cleared out, or the discounted price or the sale price, I like to denote that as SP, is $432.45. Okay, now let's reread question A. What is the rate of markdown at which the dishwasher was sold for? Given the information provided, this can be answered quite simply. So the sale price is equal to the selling price times 1 take away the discount. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for lowercase d. The sale price was given in the question. They said it was cleared out for $432.45. The selling price, the original price, is $558. And if we solve for D, we'll find our discount. We can solve for D by using some basic algebra. 432.45 divided by 558. Essentially, we're dividing both sides by this. This leads us to 1 take away D. If we rearrange for D by swapping these two terms, we end up getting D is equal to 1 take away 432.45 over 558. Let's use our calculator. 1 take away 432.45 divided by 558, and we end up getting a discount of, multiply this by a factor of 100 to represent a percentage, we get a discount of 22.5%. Let's move on to question B. What is the regular markup based on selling price? What makes this question confusing is the wording. It says regular markup based on selling price. Now, when we're basing the markup on either the selling price or the cost, usually you would also say something like the rate of markup. It is not using that word here explicitly, but you will have to interpret it as that. So the rate of markup based on selling price can be found, we'll call it M for markup, by taking the rate of markup, I'll denote that as R sub S, multiplied to the selling price. So markup represents a portion of the selling price, and we're looking for that rate. The selling price we know is $558. The rate is what we're looking for, so R sub S is blank, and M is something we don't know. Now the relationship between markup and selling price is this, that selling price is equal to the cost plus the markup. And if we rearrange by bringing the C over, we have the selling price take away the cost is equal to your markup. So if we can find the output of the selling price take away the cost, we have found our markup. Well, the selling price is $558, and the cost is what we found earlier as $372. So let's go ahead and subtract those two. 558 take away 372, and we end up getting 186. So we'll substitute that into here. We end up getting 186, and we'll solve for r sub s. So by using some basic algebra and dividing both sides by 558, we'll find our rate, but don't forget to multiply by 100% because we want this as a percentage. 186 divided by 558 times 100, and that is roughly 33.33%, or simply 33 1/3%. So that is our rate of markup based on the selling price. In question C, what was the operating profit or loss? So I like to denote the operating net profit as P sub N. Okay, so we have P sub N, there's a formula for it, is equal to your sale price, SP, take away your total cost, which I like to denote as T. And total cost, we've had a discussion of this in the past, is the combination of your expenses plus your cost. Therefore, this formula evolves into SP take away E plus C. Our sale price was $432.45. $432.45. Our expenses, according to the question, were 15% of your selling price. So 0.15 of your selling price, which was 558, plus your cost. That's what we calculated at the beginning of the video, 372. If this output happens to be positive, then you've made a profit after discounting. And if it happens to be negative, that means you're losing as a result of this discount. 432.45 take away 0.15 558 plus 372. And we end up getting a negative value of negative 23.25. That means every time you sell at a discount of 22.5%, you are losing $23.25. And finally, for question D, what rate of markup based on cost was realized? Now, when they say was realized, we're talking about the rate of markup after the sale. So remember that the selling price is equal to the cost plus your markup. We established that in part B. But because of the wording being was realized, that means your selling price has become your sale price. And we have a brand new markup after the sale has been applied. So your sale price was $432.45. $432.45. Your cost hasn't changed. It was always $372. And we can solve for M. Now this will get us M, but it won't get us the rate. So let's do one thing at a time. Take 432.45, subtract from that 372. Our markup is 60.45 after the sale price. And they are asking for the rate of markup based on cost. So it will be R sub C times your cost is equal to your markup. Your markup will represent a portion of the cost. Our markup is 60.45. Our cost is 372, and R sub C is what we're looking for. If I divide both sides of this equation by 372, we end up getting a rate of markup based on cost after the sale being 16.25%. A few takeaways. It is important that you reread the questions correctly. In question B, it doesn't specifically say rate, but because it says based on selling price, it suggests that we're looking for the rate. And in question D, when you read was realized after a sale has taken place, that means your regular selling price gets replaced with the sale price when applying it into the formula. If you have any further questions about what we just learned, please use the comment section below. Thanks for watching.